And we're back, and I'm finishing the video today because I don't want to see no comments on the next part that say 69 lol, so we're doing the rest right now.
あんたよく食べるわね。腹が減っては戦はできぬよ。それに言いたいことみんな言ったらお腹空いちゃって。
You should get up to a gay, then we can take turns in the bath.
ドキドキするね、キョロちゃん。そうね、まさか本当に来るなんてね。イスカさんじゃないけど、正直あまり期待してなかったわ、私。きっと先輩たちが頑張ってたからだよ。そのご褒美なんじゃないかな。非科学的を通り越してメルヘンね。
We were eating in a hurry after getting back from the runway. An omen appeared. The morning glory was coming the next morning. To get ready for it, everyone decided to go to bed early and get up before dawn.
ごちそうさま。私もごちそうさま。小鳥、お風呂行こう。おお、お風呂、お風呂。私たちも行きます。あまねちゃんも行こうよ。私は後にするよ。
I know what that implies.
食べ終わるの待ってるわよ。いや、いいんだ。先に入っててくれ。でも、ほら行くよ、小鳥。
Agea pushes Kotori's wheelchair hard.
押さないで。二人きりにさせてあげましょう。あ、そっか。じゃあね、葵。
After winking at me, Agea led Kotori and the others out of the dining hall. After everyone left, it got quiet very quickly. Well, she had forgotten about her usual lively way of eating food. She was eating very daintily. We don't like the food?
そんなことないぞ。すごく美味しい。ただ、いろいろありすぎて胸がいっぱいなんだ。
Amane looks troubled and sets down her chopsticks. Your hands.
ああ、これか。大したことないよ。
Amane had a scratch on the palm of her hand. She probably got it when she grabbed the rock and used it to hit the wing.
あの時はありがとう、葵くん。私を止めてくれて。おかげで取り返しのつかないことにならずに済んだ。
The wings that Amane had hit weren't hurt. Though there were some scratches on the paint on the front, there weren't any cracks. According to Agea, if Amane's weak little hits could break it, there's no one to be able to fly. In addition to gliders, FRPs will see the material used to make the hulls of fishing boats. If it's made properly, it's not something that will break so easily. I sat next to Amane and held her, scratched up hands. Don't be so reckless, okay? Your hands have a lot of potential. They're really important hands. Okay, that's it. Okay. Nodding, she rested her head against my chest.
あの手紙が出てきたのが今日でよかった。
Why is that?
もしイスカがいなくなった時に読んでいたら、私は立ち直れなかっただろう。
I don't think died is the word you're supposed to be using here.
今だからこうしていられる。葵くんやみんながいてくれる今だから。
I held Amane in my arms as gently as I could.
葵くん、バスタオルどこ？ねえ、葵くん。どうしたの、小鳥。
Kotori and Agea, who had been peeking into the dining hall, stiffened straight up.
これまた失礼しました。行くよ、小鳥。
Two of them ran away all flustered.
抱き合ってたよ。すごいとこに見ちゃったね。やっぱお付き合いしてるとああいうことするんだ。
Could hear their excited voices from all the way down the hall. They're definitely gonna talk about it in the bath, those two.
私は後から入ることにするよ。
I thought it was Aoi was gonna say that. I was like, wait, what? That said, we actually were holding each other? 4 a.m. Don't be so loud. It was still dark when we got up, so we were trying to walk quietly to the runway.
寒いです。明け方とはいえ、すごくひんやりしてるわね。それもモーニンググローリーの特徴よ。
Sensed a sign of the morning glory and even the cold outside air.
わあ。
You're coming with us?
あんた起きてきちゃったの？かか。葵くん、あんたも一緒に行きたいみたい。
It's fine as long as he doesn't get in the way, right?
ハト、いいって。その代わり、おとなしくしてなさいよ。
Well then, let's go.
先に水気を拭き取って。
The wet runway was surrounded by damp, thick hair. We brought all the towels and washcloths we had in the dorm and wiped down the surface of the glider.
すごい湿気だ。
Even just lightly wiping it down made the towels heavy.
昨日雨に濡れちゃったしね。私のせいだ。違いますって。先輩、落ち込まないで。
Well, it is her fault.
そうよ。あまねちゃんのドジくらいいくらでも私らがカバーしてあげるんだから、気にしなくていいわ。わわ。でもこれ綺麗に拭くの大変じゃないですか？乾かす必要はないのよ。表面の水分が落とせれば。それだけでも結構な重さになっちゃうからね。そのまま飛ぶわけにはいかないのよ。あ、そっか。
Even with only a thin layer of moisture, I can feel the weight surely being transferred to my towel when I wipe it. And that moisture was covering the entire body of the huge aircraft. For a glider flying in the sky, it's a mass that can't be ignored.
夏場でよかったわね。冬なら凍ってたかも。ピトー管とか詰まっちゃってたかもね。よーし、そろそろいいかな。じゃあ発行準備始めるよ。
The pre-departure check work got underway with Ikea in the lead. Today we'll double-check all the usual items. Amane was watching all this from a small distance. What's wrong? She starts to look uneasy. You aren't afraid to fly, are you? Amane shakes her head. Then she peered up at me from below.
私は本当に感動できるだろうか。
Huh?
私は心に欠陥を持っている。人と同じように感じることのできない人間だろう。もし何も感じなかったらと思うと怖いんだ。
Iska promised to take Amane to the other side of those clouds. Apparently she said this, and definitely be moved. For Amane, those words are part of the promise. Amane looked uneasy during the final flight plan check yesterday. Perhaps she was worried about that then. What if even after reaching the other side she still didn't feel anything? She must have been thinking something like that. That would mean the promise hadn't been fulfilled, that it really was a lie. Well, you won't know until you go. Amane was shocked, as though I had said something to brush her off. But I quickly smiled. But I'm not worried. I mean, I say the food I make is so delicious, just like everyone else.
葵くんの手料理は美味しいぞ。そんなの当たり前のことだ。
Amane insisted, so I couldn't help but laugh. I don't think you have any defects. There's just some things you don't understand.
知らないこと。
Iska taught you about many of them. That's why you liked her, isn't it? Let's try to go there to top of those clouds. To the top of those clouds. There's no point in fretting about it now. Looking a bit relieved, Amane nodded.
葵、Amane先輩、コックピットお願いします。
Got it.
今行く。
Around the time of departure, preparations were finished, the sky was just starting to lighten up.
あれがそうなのかな。薄くシルエットが見えるような。
The sky is still dark. Even if the clouds are out, you couldn't see them with the naked eye. Yeah, okay, I can see them pretty clear.
予兆もあったし、風も出てきてる。間違いないでしょ。さあ飛ぶわよ。みんな配置について。
Everybody rushes to their places at Agea's command. Until Kotori and Asa take their places at the windshield, who checks the tow line and connects it to the glider.
夜明けまで45分ってところか。間に合うよね。
Yeah, it'll work out somehow.
葵くん、私が前でいいのか？
Sure, it's easier to see that, right? It's your destiny to fly beyond those clouds.
見やすい分怖いんだが。
Accidentally hit my mic there. Alright, close your eyes for a minute.
もしもし、聞こえる？ウィンチ、いつでも行けるわ。
I could hear Kotori's voice through the radio.
レイ工作の接続も確認。ラジャー。じゃあ行くわよ。葵、よろしくね。
Agea spoke softly enough that only I could hear, and then closed the canopy. The gusting wind was cut off, and it suddenly turned quiet. Amane, just relax. Agea lifted up the wingtips that were touching the ground. She looks our way for confirmation. Are you ready?
いいぞ。
Alright. I gave her the thumbs up as I shouted out. Once you saw that, Agea gave me the thumbs up too.
ランウェイズクリア。小鳥、上げて。
Agea signaled, the wind started to move. It pulls the aircraft harder and harder, speeding it up. The wheels left the ground and their speed increased even more. Going up. I pulled back on the yoke and lifted the aircraft upwards. The glider took flight up towards the dawn sky. Look at that book shake. At an altitude of around 300 meters, the glider broke away from the tow line. The wings cut the air and began to fly on their own. We were getting rocked by the crosswind. A violent sudden gust of wind hit the side of the aircraft. I desperately grabbed the yoke and stabilized the aircraft. Amane, alright?
平気だ。
It was likely an effect of the morning glory, but the atmospheric conditions were incredibly rough. However, because of that, if handled well, it was possible to gain a lot of height off a strong wind. The night sky was pitch dark. If I wasn't careful, I could have lost track of left and right, or even up and down. Amane, could you take a look at the gauges for me?
了解した。
When your vision isn't effective, you rely on the gauges. By reading the gauges properly, it's possible to grasp whether or not the aircraft is level, that it's not dropping altitude suddenly, and that it's not slipping sideways. In extreme cases, even if the surroundings aren't visible, it's still possible to fly. I have to watch out for the crosswind and give my full attention to piloting, though. I'd have been relieved I'd have been relieved if Amane would watch the gauges as well, okay?
葵くん、少し東に流されてるぞ。
Roger. Our goal is Mount Tsukubai. It's located behind the school and to the north of Kazugava. We tilt the yoke to the left and step on the pedal, correcting our flight path. At the same time, I check the lights on the ground. Way over there, it's the convenience store in my house. That must mean the lights stretching out over there. Or today, I'd studied the locations of all the 24-hour sources of light and lined them up on the map. Kazugava has really changed with all the convenience stores, gasoline stands, billboards, 24-hour supermarkets, etc. It was pretty bright even at this early hour. And the lights are going in almost a straight line. Must be Main Street. Street lights line the roads heading towards Keiko Academy. If we follow those lights, even if it's dark out, we don't need to worry about going the wrong way. With the lights on the ground as landmarks and relying on our instruments, we aim for Mount Tsukubai.
わー。小鳥、朝ちゃん、お疲れ。ハットくんも、お疲れさ。葵先輩たちは？無事、飛んでったよ。もうそろそろ学校あたりじゃないかな。夜明けまでにたどり着けるかしら。
Does this not count as dawn? I can see the sun coming up, like, right over there.
夜が明けてもモーニンググローリーはしばらくの間空にあるはずだから上がるチャンスは十分にあるわ。勝負は筑波山にたどり着いてから。山岳派に入れるかどうかね。心配です。何言ってんのよ。葵くんが何とかしてくれるって。そうね。葵に任せとけば大丈夫か。随分と信頼を寄せてるんですね。だって今まで葵くんに任せておいてダメだったことなんてないもん。こっこっ。ああ見えて。やるときはやる子だよ。葵は信頼関係というやつですね。素敵です、先輩たち。何にも考えてないだけじゃないですよね。どうだろうね。葵くん、あまねちゃんのことは任せたわよ。わあ。
What the? We're gonna end the route with nice music. A sudden gust of wind thrusted us upwards. The aircraft almost tipped over, but somehow I leveled us back out. What was
バ
that?
リオメーターが反応してる。ローター風に入ったみたいだ。
Glider lifted up. It entered the updraft. However, the updraft was unstable. The glider rocked like a small boat floating in rough waters. This is wind. I grip the yoke and step on the rudder pedal, trying to somehow manage the wind. But suddenly it feels like I'm floating, falling. The aircraft started to nosedive.
下降気流側に入ったんだ。
I'll get us out. I circled the aircraft around and somehow got us outside the current. Ugh, that was close.
わかったぞ。
I restored our position in airspace that had a stable air current. Now we were below the mountain wave created by Mount Tsukuba. I'd attempted to move us into the rotor wind from there. The rotor wind is the air current that is created between mountain waves. In between the upward and downward flowing section of the mountain waves, the air spins like a rotor. You can get in the upward forward side, then the updraft flying the mountain waves. The air current is extremely violent and stable. Very close to the top of the upward foot. The current is equal power for downward flowing. We already know all this. Unfortunately, we've just gone from the upward air current to the downward flowing air current.
高度をだいぶロスしたぞ。
The next time we get caught up in the downdraft, we're out. If we fall so low that we can't reach the rotor wind, it'll be hard to get back here. After all, even just getting into the rotor wind requires quite a bit of technique. And then to move from there onto the mountain wave was also quite difficult. But I got a feel for it back there. It's just like a simulator. Just as you would expect, the simulator Amane made is top-notch. Even though there may not be any actual physical sensations, it felt very close to the real thing. It looked like all that time I spent practicing on the computer was going to come in handy. I'm going again.
Huh?
I reversed the aircraft's course and headed to where we just were. I circle around the downdraft and look for the updraft that should be just over there. Where is it? The aircraft shook unnaturally, and the edge of the left wing was hit by the updraft, and I found it. Tilted the yoke to the left and flew us into the invisible pillar of air. All of a sudden, our aircraft was lifted up. The aircraft rises up, and I feel the vertical G-force affecting my body. Barometer is slow to respond. Alright. Circled around the aircraft, taking care not to fly us back into the downdraft. The rotor wind updraft isn't very steady. It's difficult to stabilize the aircraft in that. Damn this. Held on to the yoke like I was riding a wild horse. Though the ride is extremely uncomfortable, the glider continues to ascend rapidly. Where'd it go? Where'd the book go? Is it gone, or is it just gone for the CG? Oh my god, this might be game-changing. Amane was looking up in the cockpit of the busily shaking glider. It's gone. the book, it's gone. I thought it was going to be there till the end. Wow. It only took like 2 hours. The sky was glimmering faintly, and dawn is near. Then the silhouette of an enormous line appeared out of that faintly glimmering sky. A pitch black band that cut across the sky, splitting it in two. There it is. It was so huge that I lost my sense of perception. It was beyond my imagination. We're aiming for that. Even after coming all this way, I felt like this was a ridiculous challenge. But on the other hand, I also thought this. It's right before our eyes. Shadow of that enormous cloud seemed like the sign of some oncoming calamity. With that ahead of us, an uneasy look came across Amane's face. Amane. It's almost time. I'm gonna take you over there. The glider rode the violent and turbulent air, soaring even higher.
見てください、空にシルエットが。何あれ。嘘。あんなに大きいの？写真だと一部しかわからなかったけど。あれがモーニンググローリー。去年の夏、あの丘で見た雲よりはるかに大きいわ。本当にあの雲の上を渡るんですか？もう夜明けまで時間がない。もしもし、葵、聞こえる？
This is Aoi.
もう夜が明けるわよ。今どのあたり？
We're in the rotor wind now and climbing up a little longer, and we can ride the mountain wave.
順調なのね。
Yeah, somehow.
かなり苦しそう。葵先輩、頑張れー！あまねちゃん、聞こえる？空見て、空！見ているよ。ここからならよく見える。大きいな。今からあれに乗るのよ。しっかり楽しんできてね。後で感想聞かせてもらうから。わかった。いいな、あまねちゃん。
It's almost time. I'm gonna take you over there. We were still in turbulent air for a while after Aoi said that. The aircraft was shaking so badly, it felt like I would get sick if we stayed any longer. Man, look how pixelated this is. God, that is bad. There we go. Oh, are you okay? Just a little longer, I think. The glider was gaining a lot of altitude in the rotor wind. Just like Aoi said, we should reach the mountain wave before too long. Just like Aoi said. Okay. Just when I was thinking that, the aircraft's rate of climb dropped. Since I was the one watching the gauges, I told her, oh, okay, we're in her point of view now.
上昇率が急に落ちてきたぞ。
That means...
ローターフの頂点まで来たのかもしれない。
Alright. Ellie checks the direction. The updraft of the mountain wave is on the opposite side of the rotor wind. Transferring over. Now he tilted the yoke and stepped on the pedal. The aircraft began to turn. We head straight for a while when it suddenly got quiet all around us, as if the air had stopped and gone completely still. And then the glider's climbing. Looks like we're in the mountain wave. It's a totally silent world inside the mountain wave. That and there's almost no vibration at all. It carries the glider high into the sky. Well, this lift is amazing. This is the first time I've experienced this.
全然怖くない。静かな湖面に浮かんでいるみたいだ。
It was such a mysterious experience to be flying in the sky and have such a feeling. In the meantime, the sky was getting brighter and brighter. Clouds we were aiming for were getting closer. The enormous silhouette had an odd presence, almost as if it had been there since long ago. Feels like I saw something terrifying in those jet black clouds stretching out far out of sight. The glider continues climbing in that direction. We're almost there. To the promise I made with Iska.
はいよ。いいっすか。
空が灰色に見える？
空だけじゃない。世界全部がだ。
目の病気なの？
違う。色は認識できてる。けど、感じないんだ。モノトーンにしか。イスカと出会ってから、それが少しずつ変わってきている。そこかしこで小さな光が弾けるみたいに、少しずつ色を感じるようになってきた。
Iska looked like she didn't quite understand what I was saying. I think that was the first time I told her about that. No one had ever understood when I told them, and she would just look at me with a strange look in their eyes. That's why I hesitated to open up about it to Iska. Iska's reaction was different than what I was expecting, so I secretly felt dejected.
君といると、私もいつか空の青さを感じられるようになるかな。
バカだなあ、マネは。空の色がいつも同じ青色だと思ってるの？
違うのか？だって空は青いだろ？
そんなわけないじゃないか。ほら、見てみなよ。今もほんのちょっとずつ移ろってる。
移ろう。
夜明けから始まって、日が昇り、夕焼けに染まり、夜になり、そしてまた朝が来るまで。日は傾き、雲が流れて、どんより曇ったり、雨や雪が降ったり。1秒だって同じ空なんてないんだ。空の色ってそういうものじゃないか？
空の色。
Hearing Iska say that, I look up again at the sky. The endless sky above my head is suddenly tinged with a faint shade of blue. However, there were no two parts and were the same blue. Deep blue, light blue between the white clouds of the sky was colored with gently sloping gradations, shifting moment by moment. That was the first time in my life that I had ever noticed the color of the sky.
あの写真、綺麗だっただろ？僕は、あんな色鮮やかな空を見たことないよ。あの空を飛びたい。あの光に包まれてみたい。あんたと二人でね。
いいっすか。
I stood shoulder to shoulder with my friend and looked up at the same sky. Compared to hers, I'm sure my sky still lacks color. Even if I were to stand in the same place, I still couldn't see the sky that she would see. But I was able to empathize with her just a little bit, with her desire to fly in the sky. That was the first time I could empathize with Iska since that day when she found the bounding glider. Then I had a premonition. If we are able to fly the morning glory, to the morning glory together, I might be able to see Iska's sky. That premonition made my heart race. From that day on, I started to look up at the sky a lot. And I need a drink. Boy, Amane, what's wrong, Amane?
ああ、大丈夫だ。少し見とれていた。
How his voice brought me back from my memory. We were in mid-flight. I'm gonna take us up a little bit more.
あ、了解。
Or we can go back to like some cool music. The mountain wave forcibly picked us up. It seemed like it would take us to a point where we could finally look down the morning glory. And I was looking at the clouds. The sky was still dimly lit. There's almost nothing that resembles color. Dark here and there dark, here and there gray, the black shadows of the clouds stretched out as though they were cut out from the sky. That day, since the day that Iska left, my world turned monotone again. May have been little by little, but by meeting Aoi and the others, the blueness of the sky returned. I also felt a premonition that Iska just might be able to see the sight she had been wanting to see. Last summer, on the last flight with Aoi, when I saw those clouds up close, even though I was amazed by their brilliance, at the same time I felt a very strong loss of hope. I thought, this is wrong. This isn't what Iska wanted to see. With that loss of hope, the sky grew dull. Unexpectedly, a hand from the back seat gripped my shoulder. You're shaking. I noticed it after he told me. It seems like I was shaking. What's the matter?
怖いんだ。あそこへ行くのが。
I'm afraid. That was a lie. Afraid. Just a normal girl who does things a little differently than other people. Hopelessly afraid. I deceived you by holding on to a dream I didn't even believe in. It was hard, Amane, to know the truth. I want to be near you, I want to be your friend. I'm a cowardly liar.
イスカのことも自分自身のことも
Please forget about me. I'm sorry, Amane. I'm afraid to know.
葵君これ以上生きたく
Get a grip on yourself. Aren't you gonna prove that Iska isn't a liar?
でも証明したところでイスカはもう
When Iska wrote that letter, she must have been having a rough time. She had to leave anyway. She wanted to stay friends with you. I'm sure that's what she thought. She left that letter behind. Why do you think that is? The reason Iska left that letter. So she wouldn't get in the way of your future any more than she already had. She left. Isn't that what it said? But I don't think that was the only reason. She must have been unsure, right, about whether or not she was fit to be your friend.
私の親友にふさわしいかどうか
Iska thought she had been deceiving you the whole time. If she really liked you and wanted to be your friend, that must have been really hard for her. Because it would have been a false relationship. If her lie were discovered, she might lose your friendship.
そんなことは
Could I say never for sure? In reality, that lie shook me up this much
で
already.
もその嘘は私がつかせたものだ
I called Iska a genius and treated her like some sort of prophet. Trying to live up to my expectations, she had held on to a dream that even she didn't believe in. Here's what I think. I think Iska wanted to be your best friend.
どういうことだ
Tell the truth, Iska's the one who tried to push me away. That's what Anchan was saying. As long as she could help it, Iska didn't want you to realize that she had a weak body. She wanted to be your friend. She wanted to be your friend on equal terms to the bitter end. To be sure, Iska was trying to hide something about her health. She didn't want me to know about that. Feeling in debt to you because she told that lie must have been quite a burden for Iska. If she wanted to be your friend, she had to be honest with you.
じゃああの手紙は
After telling you the truth, she couldn't then say, I want to be your friend. If she just left without telling you, Iska herself wouldn't be able to think of you as her best
イ
friend.
スカは今でも私のことを
Yeah, she definitely thinks of you as her best friend. If not, she wouldn't have left a picture of the glider in her room at the care facility, right? How about you? How do you feel about Iska?
今でも一番の親友だ私はイスカのようになりたくて空を目指したその気持ちは今も変わらない
Well then, let's go. At the same time as saying that, we reversed course with the glider and we shot out from the mountain wave. Music. Oh. The forward swept wind caught the wind and we descend. The shadows of the black clouds were already right below our eyes. I pointed the nose of the glider in that direction. We were pretty high up. The landscape below stretched far and wide, and the city lights shone faintly. Just a pitch black, immense darkness spreading out everywhere. It was a sight I was quite used to by now, a monotone sight. A world without color, just when I was thinking that. A ray of light pierced through from the eastern sky. The sunrise. It's dawn. All of a sudden, sunlight rose upon the world, causing the corridor of the neighbors building a deck, as you can hear, probably, causing the corridor of the sky to appear. Okay, we already know what that cutscene is. Amazing. I could hear how his innocent voice in the back seat. Couldn't say anything, so I just nodded. Would you shut the fuck up over there? Can you wait until I'm done? The passage of clouds glistened a golden yellow as the newly risen morning sun shone on them.
世界に色が生まれていく。
Along with the start of a new day, the world began to shine. We'll get there in just a little bit. We can make it, Amane. Heading towards the passage of clouds, the glider descended gently.
綺麗です。うわー、あれが本物のモーニンググローリーなんだ。すごいね。圧倒されちゃう。去年見た雲と全然違う。本当に綺麗。葵先輩たち、もうあそこにいるんでしょうか。そうだった。葵、葵、聞こえる？
This is how I can hear you.
そっちどう？うまくいってる？
Yeah, we just got on the morning glory now.
やった了解。じゃあゆっくり楽しんできてね。
Right, Roger.
もうあそこにいるって。どこかな？見えないかな？雲の上にいるから下からじゃ無理じゃない？いいなぁ。私もいつか飛んでみたい。パイロットの資格取らないとね。私たちも。
The glider we were riding in was flying above the morning glory. Riding the updraft of the rotating air current, we passed through the passage of clouds. Looks just like a road made out of light. Lit by the morning sun, the clouds below looked almost as if they were shining all by themselves. That sight was, how can I say, very... The word just flowed out of my mouth. I even surprised myself.
そうか。これが美しいということなのか。
I had never fully understood just what the word meant, so I don't think I'd use it very much. Surrendering to my feelings now, that word naturally came out. After that, I gazed out at the landscape as far as I could see. The panorama of the sky died by the sunrise. The morning sun rising on the horizon, clouds shining a golden yellow between the rays of light, and the lake spreading out below and the streets of Kazegara.
こんなにも美しかったんだ。
It felt like I had all of a sudden solved the truth of the world. This was the place Isuka had wanted to come to. Isuka's sky. This view is her world.
いいすか。
Do I not get a new CG?
やっぱり君は天才だ。
I already used this, one of these ones. Surrounded by the brilliant sky, those words came out naturally.
葵先輩たち、今どのあたりかな？もうだいぶ遠くまで行ってるんじゃないかしら。いいな、いいな。グライダーに全員乗れたらいいのに。そしたらハットも連れてってあげられるのに。どうしてもって言うなら乗せてくこともできたんじゃないかしら。その子だけなら。まあ次モーニンググローリーが来るのがいつになるかわからないけどその時また飛べばいいじゃないそうね。 今日で終わりってわけじゃないし。
私とヨルちゃんが卒業するまでにまた現れてくれるか
あの人みたいに超留年するとか。
やむを得ないかも。
メールだわ。こんな時間に誰からだろう。マジで？どうしたのアゲハ。
コア。
やばい、すぐに葵に知らせないと。
I crossed above the morning glory while making sure not to leave the updraft. This cloud was like a miracle of gliders. As long as it's here, you won't lose altitude and can go anywhere in the sky that you want. And there's this view. Look at that lens flare. 360 degrees of the dawn sky. Just like seeing a dream. Oh, did I skip something there? Nope. For a while now, Amane had been completely absorbed in looking at the scenery. How is it? Good answer.
イスカの言ってたことは本当だった。
So you're impressed, huh? Asked Amane jokingly, and she giggled in response.
私の心には美しいを感じる機能がないとずっと思っていたけど、あったんだな。
Izuka wasn't a liar. Goddamn hammer outside.
世界はこんなにもたくさんの色に満ちているけれど、それらは光がないと生まれない。すべての色は光そのものだから。
Color comes to light through the reflection of light. All matter has an inherent reflectivity. Light is made up of components that are absorbed and parts that are reflected. What gets reflected appears as color to our eyes. That's why if there's no light, colors don't exist.
私にとってイスカは光のような存在だ。その言葉の一つ一つで私の世界を照らし、色を与えてくれた。けれどもイスカ、私にとってまだ。
Amane's voice suddenly becomes mixed with tears. What's wrong?
本当は一緒に見るはずだった人がいない。そのことが悲しいんだ。
Promise had been fulfilled. But because of that, it must have brought up a lot of emotions. Amane lowered her head and continued crying. We should head back soon. I don't even get a new CG. We had flown quite a large distance on the Morning Glory. I wanted to continue flying like this until the clouds cut off, but we couldn't do that. After all, there might not necessarily have been a place we could land at that point. Even if there were, it would be hard to get things back to the garage, and if there weren't, it could possibly lead to an accident, so I'd like to avoid that as much as possible. We needed to get back to the runway before much longer. After seeing Amane nod her head, I took us away from the Morning Glory. See you later. Next time you show up, we'll definitely come. As I said those words, his voice rang out through the wireless radio. Seems to be panicking about something. This is Aoi. I can hear you. What's wrong? We're near an island. I was just thinking about heading back. This huge lake is dotted with islands. What is it? Did something happen? Yeah, I can. Anchan's... I was a bit skeptical, but I followed Ikea's instructions. I dove beneath the Morning Glory and headed towards Big Ripple Bridge. Isuka's there, isn't she? Big Ripple Bridge is the really long bridge that crosses this huge lake. Looks like a wave connecting the islands that dot the middle of this lake. He said lake like so much. It's well known not only for the beauty of that view, but also because it is a shortcut to Tokyo. It's coming into view, Big Ripple Bridge. Dawn just beginning, there were almost no cars on the bridge. She said Anchan was here, but I fly around and try to find something that looks like him, but from this height I can't make out much. Should we go a little lower? Drop our altitude to get closer to the bridge? CG? Oh.
もうすぐここを通ると思う。
Oh, someone. I wonder who it is.
あれか。おーい青い
Wow, it sure became not dawn really fast. Near the entrance to the bridge, I could barely make out a small parked truck. A silhouette next to it, that must be Anchan. And then, next to him... Who is that? There's a girl. She was so small it was hard to see, but she didn't seem to be someone I knew. Amane suddenly opened her eyes wide. How would you know that? How would you know she opened her eyes wide? You're behind her. Then with her hand on the canopy, she stared at the girl.
葵君、もう少し高度を下げられないか。
I'm trying. I got us as low as possible while still leaving enough altitude to get back to the runway. Huh? Well, those are some interesting shots. I've never seen that. Hello? Okay. Yeah, oh, there we go. Oh, never mind, bye. Just give it a second. I hear stuff happening, I don't see anything happening. Okay, we're just gonna click. Okay.
いつから
I think stuff was supposed to be happening there.
あれに、あまねが
There's probably a CG here too.
ああ、乗ってる。操縦してるのは葵だ。
Well, I guess I'll have to go find the CG after, if there is one.
さっき言ってた、五十嵐くんの弟みたいな子。
ああ、
グライダー、完成したんだね。
あまねが残した設計図をもとにあいつらが作っちまった。ちゃんと伝統として受け継がれてるよ。バカで無茶なところが。
そうなんだ。
電話つながるかな。もしもし、あまねか？俺だ、達也だ。
達也、君の隣にいる人は？
いつかだ。さっき無理言って来てもらった。今変わる。
あまね。飛んだんだね。僕らのグライダー。
飛んだ。私の力じゃ無理だったけど、葵君たちが飛ばせてくれた。
後輩をちゃんと育てるなんてあんたらしくもない。
何を言っているんだ。彼らを連れてきたのは君なのに。
僕？
ああ、君がトビー・ウォソンに残したフライトログを読んで、それで来てくれたんだ、ガレージに。君の思いはちゃんと届いてたんだ。アバネ・サトリっていう女の子に。
そうなんだ。どうだった？雲の上から見る景色は。
君の言う通りだった。感動した。しないはずなかった。イスカの空は美しかったよ。
そう。
一緒に見たかった。
見ていたよ、ここで。空からじゃないけれど。でも 一緒に見てた。Amaneと一緒の空を約束したから。
君は嘘つきなんかじゃなかったよ。そんなはずないって私は最初から分かっていたけどな。
調子のいいこと言って。
私をここへ導いてくれた。
ありがとう、Amane。約束を信じてくれて。
Amane, I think this is about our limit.
そうか、分かった。ミスカ、そろそろ滑走路へ戻らないといけない。また後で会えるのかな。
Amane nervously asked into her cell phone. Then with a look of relief, she smiled. From that I knew Isuka's answer. From the bridge, Anshan motioned with his hand towards Kazagura. Listening to Anshan, the others will head to the runway too. Understanding that, I stopped cycling and headed back towards the runway.
ありがとう、五十嵐くん。
何？いいって。それよりあいつら戻るみたいだな。
うん。
俺たちも行こう。
もう少しだけここにいさせて。
いいけど。
見ていたいの。あのグライダーがこの綺麗な空を飛んでるところを。僕らの夢の翼だから。
Skip that and then get to the epilogue.
Why?
What is that sound effect? Oh, you're finally up, Amane. If we don't start getting ready, we'll be late.
なんだっけ。
Aren't you lecturing at school starting today?
そうだった。うわー、遅刻する。わっわー。いやー、あとおはよう。お腹が空いてるのかい？かわ。ごめん、ハト、今急いでるんだ。わかったよ。すぐ用意するから。野菜をあげればいいんだったな。じゃあ、このレタスをあげよう。丸ごと1個だ。食べ応えがあるぞ。くわー。美味しそうだな。うわ、私もお腹が空いてるみたいだぞ。しかしもう行かないと授業に遅刻してしまう。でもそれじゃハト、行ってくる。わわ。Amaneちゃん、どうしてた？
She
やっ
overslept.
ぱりね、私が睨んだ通りだったわ。モーニングコールしてあげてよかったじゃん、葵。
Well, she was a student until last year. Now that I think about it, though, she never came to class, lived on campus, was always late and led a different life.
社会性ってもんがとんでもなく欠落しているわね。これはますますしっかり者の誰かさんがそばについててあげないとね。
Amane is much more of an adult than me.
いいじゃない、お似合いよ。
Summer vacation ended and the second semester was starting. Summer heat was still sweltering. For all intents and purposes, it was still summer. Today was the first day of Amane's special lecture. It was Mochizuki Sensei debut.
昨日の夜は散々学校で会ったらちゃんと望月先生と呼べよとか偉そうに言ってたくせに。でもいいなあ、私も受けたい望月先生の授業。
Not me.
どうして？
I don't know. I think I won't get too excited.
言えてる。そうかも。
Several days had passed since that day when we rode the Morning Glory. The dreamy excitement gradually faded away, and we were finally getting settled back into everyday
と
life.
ころでさ、ガレージのことだけど、いいんじゃない？移転先はあるわけだし。
Yeah, I think it'll be okay. I knew it. Here you are.
いや、
When I peeked, I don't think that's the right spelling for peeked there, into the garage this afternoon, there was Amane. Mochizuki Sensei. Hello, Mochizuki Sensei.
そうだぞ、先生なんだぞ。
Amane puffed up her chest and got all cocky. No matter how I looked at it, it seemed like Amane really liked her new sensei title. It was because it sounded mature, she wanted to use them. She already had a mountain of titles and achievements she could brag about. How'd it go, your class? All of a sudden, Amane lost her energy and looked weary.
散々だっ
Oh, whoops.
た。緊張してうまく喋れなかったんだ。
I see.
おまけに遅刻した。
Ah, didn't I give you a wake-up call?
だってハットがお腹空いたって言うんだ。
So she was feeding Hat. Guy's a greedy little eater, but you can't carelessly feed him outside of feeding time or he'll get fat.
でも空腹なものの気持ちはわかるからな。
Amane's stomach growled. Ah, that's what I thought. Here. Sat down a huge lunchbox on the desk.
お
Go ahead, eat up, Mochizuki Sensei.
ー、いただきまーす。
She must have been really hungry because she cheerfully unwrapped it, took it out, and started eating right away. God, if you were that hungry, you should have gone and gotten something to eat. What were you doing here? Tell me she was looking at porn sites again?
懐かしんでたんだ。もうすぐここ離れるんだろ。
Yeah, it looks that way. I dropped the tone of my voice to answer. Talking with the school, we decided to vacate the garage. Remember, it's not like we were just thrown out. We flew on the Morning Glory not so long ago, and the school thinks really highly of such an achievement, so we even got them to guarantee they'd treat us as a school club. It's just that with the remodeling of the school, this garage is going to be in the way, so they proposed building a garage somewhere else. Once they said that, we couldn't help but leave. Us wanting to cherish our memories here is just our selfishness. I'm kinda sorry.
いいんじゃないか。ここはもう必要ない。
You came here to think about the past, but you're pretty nonchalant about it, aren't you?
だってこのガレージはもう役目を果たした。
Its role. Amane nodded.
私たちの夢の拠点としての役目をな。
I guess so. We've already achieved our goal. In that sense, you could call it a good turning point.
でも懐かしい思い出がたくさんある。だからこうして浸りに来てたんだ。
Just take some pictures of the garage, like right now, and you'd be like, oh yeah, this is what the garage used to be. Saying that, Amane looks around the garage, the old-looking garage. Among the clutter and rows of things, there are lots of small memories here. A lot of stuff happened here. The first time I came here was the day I transferred to the school. I was checking out the clubs and wandered in here. And there was a slightly strange, beautiful woman staring at a drawing board. So I met Amane. It's been over a year since that day. Still or not yet, either way, it feels like we've come a long way. There are a lot of memories here for all of us, but you must have even more.
ああ、そうだ。イスカたちと過ごした場所だし、葵くんや 小鳥たちと出会った場所でもある。それに
As though she were deep in thought about those memories, Amane paused and closed her eyes.
葵くんと初体験した場所だ。
Yeah. What are you saying? All of a sudden I got carried away by the mood and replied
大
wrongly.
切な思い出だろ。
But no, I mean, you are reflecting on the past memories and all of a sudden you mix that in with the earlier stuff.
葵くんにとっていい思い出じゃないのか？
No, it's an important memory, but all the things we did in this place, I would have liked to keep them forever hidden between us. Of course, no doubt I thought very highly of her first time doing it, even by that alone, that was huge.
私にとっては一番の思い出なんだぞ。
Surely there are others you know of.
だってあれが一番鮮烈な体験だったんだ。
In terms of impact, she says that I couldn't deny it. The impact was definitely extraordinary. Oh,
青
jeez.
春って言葉あるだろ。
Yeah.
あれって何だと思う？
You mean like good memories of when you were young or something? It's kind of a cheesy word, so I haven't really thought about it much. I wonder if my generation is considered to be in our youth. I probably won't really know until I've gotten much older.
私にとって多分青春って全部ここにあったんだよ。イスカや達也と過ごした日々や葵くんたちと過ごした日々、そして彼氏持ってきて、こういうのを青春って言うんだろ？
Yes, probably the last one you mentioned might be better kept not being told. Might be better kept not be. I don't know how to word this. Not being told to anyone else.
だからやっぱりここは大切な場所なんだろうなと思って。
Talk as if it was someone else's life.
まだ私の中にそういう価値観が育ってない。ここに青春があったのかもって思ったのだってついさっきだからな。青春とは過ぎ去りし日々の追憶の中にしか存在しないのだよ、きっと。
Why are you talking like we're finished? We'll continue our activities after the move. Let's continue leaving behind lots of memories.
ああ、そうだな。
Saying it so nonchalantly, Amane went back to chomping down her lunch. Well, I'm gonna head back to the classroom. Be sure to take the lunchbox with you. After saying that, I made to leave, but Amane took my hand and pulled me back. Oh no. Then... Oh no, not this weird sounds. Nope, we're just gonna keep going, yep. What are you doing all of a sudden?
思い出といえば葵くんにこうしてキスされて告白されたことがあったなぁと思ってな。
That's a really embarrassing memory. Besides, I really messed that confession up.
それじゃあまた後でな。
Your lips tasted like the sauce, you know? I said that and quickly ran away from the garage, just like someone who couldn't admit defeat. Memories are in the past. They're important, but you can't stay wrapped up in them, because people have to look to the future to keep living. That day after returning to the runway, Amane reunited with Iska. Sudden reunions are always awkward, but the feelings locked away inside are the same. They were both confused and happy at the same time. Now with Anshan acting as a go-between, their relationship was starting again. Things will probably be like old times again before long. As for the much worried about health of Iska, she said that thanks to the undivided attention given to her medical treatment, she had recovered to a level where she could lead a normal life. The original cause of the problem was with her physical constitution, so if her constitution changes as she becomes an adult, she'll continue to get better. A year and a half ago, when she was in the care facility, Iska found a mysterious cloud in a glider aiming for it. At that time, apparently she never even thought that Amane was the one riding it. Just she apparently recognized the glider she had left behind and thought that someone in the soaring club had carried on their dream. That encouraged her. She put all of her effort into her recuperation, and it motivated her to go outside again. She wanted to leave behind those feelings for others, so she put the pictures on the wall. Makoto said that Iska wants to leave behind some proof that she was here, and was right after all. Time passed and the promise was fulfilled. I want to pass through the passage of clouds. They took the scenic route to get there, though. Iska that I met in the runway had a very cheerful face. She still has some problems with her parents, but she says she wants to act positively and resolve them without running away.
止まっていた時間がやっと動き出す。
I was impressed by that remark. By the way, Tobioka apologized to Iska for not giving the letter to Amane. Iska told him that what he did was for the best in the end. If he had given Amane the letter right away, she would have quit working on the glider, and the rest of us would have never come to the garage. Niska and Amane might never have met each other again. Also, and this is even more off topic, but Anshan was having a rough time trying to fulfill a long-time desire of his. Why don't you ask her on a date?
デートか。参ったな。どうやって誘えばいいかわからんぞ。
Is he getting dating tips from a high schooler? Anshan, you've always been popular. Surely you had some experience with at least that.
それがないんだ。自分から誘ったことはな。
I get
本
it.
当に好きな女の子の前だと緊張しちまうものなんだな。
Anshan's eyes shone like a little boy's when he said that. It was kind of cute.
お前すげえよ。自分から告白したんだろ？
Yeah, I guess so. At the time I thought she was going to leave, so I thought I had to. If it hadn't been for that, I never would have found the courage to tell her so easily. What about a double date?
ダブルデート？
Me and Amane, and you and Isuka. We could all hang out together. Would that make it easier to ask?
いいのか？それだと助かる。
Sure thing, I'll talk to Amane about it.
なあ、頼む。
Anshan asking me for a favor made me feel really
ところでお
important.
前、いつまでも先輩はないんじゃないか？
Well, no, I...
今のお
yes.
前なら胸張って彼女だって言えるだろ？
No, I'm not sure I can.
何言ってんだよ。あいつの夢を叶えてやったんだ。もっと自信持て。
No, okay, I'll give it a try.
ああ、その意気だ。
I'm home.
おかえり。わわ
As soon as I entered the front door, I was greeted by Amane wearing a school uniform. I was so surprised that I'd blurted out. Whoa, what are you
ー。
wearing?
おう、これか？久しぶりに学校に行ったら着てみたくなってな。引っ張り出してきたんだ。
She didn't seem embarrassed at
ど
all.
うだ、懐かしいだろう？
I guess. Anyway, she looks really cute and looks really good on her. Even though she's already a grown adult.
あと、ほらほら、おやつだぞ。
Amane gave had the treat in her uniform.
学生時代に戻りたくなるな。
She was serious. Haven't you had enough of being a student? Aren't you proud to be a teacher
う
now?
ん、そうなんだけどな。でも、この制服を着ていた頃に、葵くんと恋愛してみたかったなぁと。
To fall him. Yes, to fall him in love. Couldn't agree with what she said any less. Putting that aside, there's something else on my mind.
あと、スカートを履くのが久しぶりだからな。
Oh yeah, that's right. Her other one outfit actually was pants. And I stood up and fixed her skirt. So wish I could have fallen in love with the senpai wearing her school uniform. I guess senpai does work there. She then looked at me with great interest.
葵くん、さっきから私の胸を見ているの？
Okay. She's right, I
ズバ
was.
リ、ムラムラしているだろう。
Oh, you better not end up with this. But no, I'm not.
私にはわかるぞ。何せ、彼氏のことだからな。
She spoke proudly, but this isn't something you should dig into too deeply.
正直に言ったらいいと思うぞ。
And they brushed up to me.
この格好ですれば、学生時代に戻った気分になれるかもしれないな。
She wraps her arm around me. Oh, dude. Every time this music comes up, I have to say that it never fits into any situation. The world is glistening in pink
奇
for me.
遇だな。私もだ。
Has anyone gotten back?
いや、誰も。
I slowly swallowed. Okay, well, let's go to the black screen. Let's do a quick save. Let's just skip through things and see what happens. Yeah. Alright, well, hold on. Get through this. Still going. Up, okay. Up, that. Okay, I think we're good. I think we're safe. Wait. Okay. Because had it accomplished his mission, I gave him his cucumber snack as promised. You are indeed an incredibly smart duck. Till me and Amane came out of the room, he was standing guard the whole time. Though we have no idea if someone had actually come back.
ああ、すっきりした。
Wiping her hair with a towel, Amane returns from the shower room.
葵くんも入ってきたらどうだ？
I'll do it later, but more importantly, now I know more honorifics.
どうしてだい？
Because it doesn't feel couple-like, I'm gonna stop calling you senpai as well. Amane, speechless at me awkwardly calling her that, last said.
じゃあ、私もそうするよ。葵。
Yep. Well, Shizuki senpai, whom I have looked up to and thought was at a totally different level until now. Those feelings still exist now, but as couples, we have to face each other as on equal levels. At the very least, I have to show the effort to do so.
今日も気持ちよかったぞ、葵。
I nodded with a flushed face. Yeah.
ドキドキしたぞ。
Yep. Okay. Let's
じゃあ、
just skip through all that. Yeah.
こ
Okay, thank you, Kotori. Kotori's voice could be heard from the doorway. I finished his snack and went out to greet her. Kotori is home, our heads are still thinking erotic stuff. Let's go back to normal mode.
いつもピンク色なんだがな。
She murmured before we chased Hat towards the doorway. Ugh, this person is just like a child on it. Is that like a child? Is that like a child? What she just said. She is an incredible person, my most admired senpai. I have to be a good enough man to match her. He says out loud. No, you didn't think that to yourself, you said that out loud. I thought to myself as I prepared for that night's dinner. A few days later, man, we're still going. The day has come for migrating garages.
こことももうお別れか。なんか寂しいね。
Just when we
天音
finally...
先輩が戻ってき
That's
て
her,
くれて、
not me. I thought it
よう
was
や
me.
くここを取り戻したのにな。
I saw the A and just assumed it was me.
まあ、しょうがないわ。これ以上のわがままは言えないもん。意外にさっぱりしてるね。あんたのことだからもっとメソメソすると思ってたのに。
That's not the right spelling for bawling in this situation. Unless she's really
立ち止まってはい
gangsta.
られない。思い出は過去にしかないんだもの。どうかなんとか言って新しい場所の方が広くて設備いいからでしょ。ゆくゆくは世界征服を目論む小鳥団の新拠点としてはあれくらいじゃないとね。勝手に変な組織にするな。
Hey, did you guys get your stuff yet? I held the cardboard boxes back with all my stuff and looked back at Gea and Kotori. They were wrapped up in talking about some story or another. In any case, they were probably getting all gloomy about some memory, but Kotori isn't crying, that's unexpected.
こっちは準備 OK よ。あ、待って待って。
In a rush, Kotori grabs the picture frame from the top of the desk. One picture was of the morning glory. Another one was of all of us from last summer after our final flight. Too bad we can't see it. Another one was the picture we had taken just yesterday with everyone after flying the morning glory.
それ壁掛けにした方がいいかもね。そうね、もっと大きく引き伸ばして。
Alright then, here we go. Now that's gonna stay here, isn't it? I actually found a new place quite easily. At first, the school wanted to build a garage right near the runway. They already had a contract for the land near this runway. They were even thinking about making building and managing the glider as part of this curriculum. Okay. But before that, we found an even better place. That place was here. Yep. Figured. Oh, there it goes.
先輩たちだ。あ、朝、夜、お待たせ。
Azanyaru got here first and started getting things ready.
さあどうぞ入ってください。
This place really is big. The size of the place is overwhelming once you go inside. When I came to check the place out, I was surprised by the size of the
いや
facility.
来たか。
Amane got here first and was also inspecting the glider first.
ねえ朝、本当にこんなとこ借りちゃっていいの？
ええ、構いませんよ。ソアリング部のお役に立てるなら。
祖父がいいって言ってるんだから 何も問題ないわ。
This gorgeous, is that how you spell gorgeous? I don't remember. Apparently belongs to Azanyelu's grandpa, that is the chairman of the board of Keifu Academy. It hadn't been used in a long time, so it was going to waste. If it could be any use to a school club, then he'd lend it to us for free.
ずいぶん本格的な設備だよね。朝ちゃんのおじいさん、ここで何してたんだろう。さあ。
At any rate, as far as new places go, there's no doubt this was the best. Though it's a little far from the runway, we'll carry the glider on the trailer as always. Our new advisor, Yamanobe Sensei, will drive for us. Actually, the advisor changed from Amane back to the old advisor. Tobioka asked Yamanobe to do so. It's not like he's trying to interfere, he genuinely felt it was necessary. Amane had some childlike qualities, so she isn't really suited to be in a position of responsibility. So she took the role of director for the soaring club. What are you doing? Director Mochizuki groans while looking at the glider.
いやな、コックピットを改造できないかと思って。
Cockpit, what is it now?
ちょっと調べてみたら、海外製のコックピットに新商社用のものがあったんだ。
Oh, now we're getting to this stuff.
ラダーをペダルの代わりにレバーで操作するんだが、
Then maybe...
小鳥でも操縦可能になる。
Hey, Koto... Amane covered my mouth.
まだ言っちゃダメだ。もう少し検証してみないとできるかわからないからな。
I see. I don't want to get her hopes up for nothing. If that happened, she would get so depressed. But if we have that, even Kotoki could pilot it.
ああ、きっと喜ぶぞ。
No doubt.
さあ、ダラダラやってないで、さっさと引っ越し済ませるわよ。んでもって、明日のフライトの準備。特別ゲストも来るんだからね。おー！未来の話をしよう。ある一人の少女が夢見た未来の話。その時はまだ、それはただの夢でしかなかった。夢は憧れるもの、見上げるもの。この空と同じ。けれどいつしか、それは目標となった夢を実現させようとする仲間たちを得て、
How was it seeing Kazegawa from the sky? But with the mouse button.
最高だね。
I know,
こ
right?
の子いい機体だね。飛び方が素直だ。
Oh, yeah, you got a pilot's license too, don't you, Iska?
一応ね、もう全然乗っていなかったから忘れちゃってるけど。
You don't want to try piloting?
いいの？
Yeah, piloting it, I tried to say and fell over myself. Well, after all, this is the glider you guys tried to build.
じゃあサポートしてもらっていいかな。
No trouble at all.
あまねのやついい子彼氏にしたな。
Did you say something?
なんでも。
Micah, can you hear me?
こちらアゲハ、聞こえてるよ。
I'm giving control over to Iska.
そうなの？了解。
Alright then, she's all yours.
よーし行くぞー。
少女は挫折し、夢はついえたかに思えた。けれど、本物の思いは人を突き動かす。また別の少女がその夢に触れ、受け継いだ。なになに？リスカさんが操縦してるの？そうみたい。なんかすごい動きしてますよ。墜落してこないでしょうね。大人になって落ち着いたみたいに言ってたけど、いろいろフリーダムな人だな。いいな。私も早く操縦してみたい。ねえ、あまねちゃん。ああ、そうだな。ちょっと、設計図書いてくれるんでしょ？時間があるときにな。もう、早
早く暇になって。
見上げているだけでは空を飛ぶことはできない。空を飛ばなければ
Where are the
そこから見
subtitles?
える景色を知ることはできない。それは
There you
ひた
go.
むきに夢を追いかけ一途に飛びたいと願った彼らへのご褒美。気持ちよさそうだな。
Should I use this for the thumbnail, or should I use the one of Iska for the thumbnail? Well, I think the Iska one is more impactful, so I'll use that.
いつか夢見た未来が現実になった時、すべての過去は報われる。無駄になることを恐れていては決してたどり着けない未来。彼らは今そこにいる。この大空に翼を広げて。
Honestly, I think that was a pretty good route to like end the whole series on. Because that's it. That's the last route. We're done. We're done. We're not going to episode 69. I'm not seeing any 69 lol comments. Oh, wow. Changed the title screen. That's pretty cool. Well, we did it, guys. I didn't get any achievements for it because I had to put a mod in, but we did it. Let's close the game. Let's open up Steam. Let's go to my library. Let's close the stupid news thing. Hold on, let's switch me this one. Nope, it's not that. Yeah, it is that one, okay. No, not that. The games. Where is it? My Heart Had Wings. Delete local content. We're done. We're done, it's over. It's over. Where's it? There it is. Fault Milestone 1, that's next. That's it. That's next. We're doing Fault Milestone 1 next. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.